Stealth releases are always fun on the Switch, though a lot of them are normally talked about in Nintendo Directs, especially when we're talking about a big AAA game. But Bethesda decided, hey, let's just drop Skyrim's Anniversary Edition upgrade onto the eShop one morning and see how long it takes for people to notice. And so they did. Anniversary Edition is available for Switch users both in an expensive bundle or $20 as an upgrade for those that already have the base game. Let's dive right in. Here is my review of the Skyrim Anniversary Edition upgrade for Nintendo Switch. Now before getting started, there's a lot of clickbait going on around the web about the price and eShop structure of the game. Let's address and put this to rest. $70 is not going to be the price for Switch games going forward like some would lead you to believe, and Anniversary Edition isn't $70 no matter what. They put it on the eShop as a bundle of the vanilla $60 Skyrim that was already there and the $20 upgrade DLC. If you already own Skyrim on the Switch, you just go into the bundle, individually select the upgrade and only pay $20. Same as on other platforms. Now the $70 bundle is more than you'd pay on PlayStation or Xbox, but it's not the situation that a lot of other people around the web are trying to make it out to be. It is simply Bethesda being Bethesda and charging full price for Skyrim once again, and certain content creators taking advantage of the drama. But enough about that, let's get back to the review. First of all, this came out kind of like the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC where they released the expansion and a free update at the same time. So is there any great free content in the update? Actually, there is. Without even buying the Anniversary DLC, you'll get access to Survival Mode, basically making it so that you're required to eat, sleep, and stay warm to survive, along with disabling fast travel and a few other things. Think of it like Skyrim's version of the New Vegas Hardcore mode. And that's not all we get for free. The update also gives you fishing, rare curios, and the Saints and Seducers quest line. So what does buying the DLC give us? Since Anniversary Edition is technically a new version of Skyrim, the graphics have been altered and enhanced a bit. It isn't a very large enhancement, but rendering is a little bit different and we've got more wind details here and there. And of course, the main part of the DLC are the 70 mods that it adds, all of which are enabled all the time. Though it's worth noting these mods are pretty much just the content from Creation Club. The Switch still doesn't have access to the normal mod shop that added in more community things like follower and marriage partners and the like. But let's dive into what we do get. As I said earlier, there's about 70 or so mods that add a lot of new features to the game. Tameable animals, new quest lines, variations of armor and equipment for you to collect, fishing. There are a lot of ways for you to adjust your experience in plays and replays of the game with everything it added. Want to do a true stealth arrow run? Bow of Shadows will give you enhanced speed and invisibility, and another of the mods can give you magical arrows. Want an animal follower? The Pets of Skyrim quest lets you recruit a tamed spider, rabbit, fox, and the list goes on. Or if you just want new stuff in general, there are additions of staves coming back from Morrowind, quest lines that add new dungeons to the game, and another adds a bunch of new spells for you to cast as a mage. Almost all of these mods are tied to new quest lines, so that means you're going to get a lot of new content added to the game. Just the Pets of Skyrim mod took me about 2 to 3 hours to complete, though part of that was due to my current run not having Honeyside unlocked, which I needed for the tamed skooma. So that should have only been about 2 hours. But still, that's only one of 70 for about 2 hours. Considering almost every mod here has a quest attached to it, we're talking about dozens upon dozens of hours of new stuff. And I find a lot of these to be a lot of fun. The Pets of Skyrim quest let me add to my growing army of followers that help me fight, or rather do all the fighting for me. If you do things just right with main game quests being incomplete with certain characters still in your party but not official followers, you could have a huge party like I have with Serana, Ilya, Katria, and some animals all following you at the same time. But there is a downside to this expansion. Whatever graphical updates happened tied with some of the added in content did just enough to the Switch version of Skyrim to do some damage to the performance. Before, vanilla Skyrim was a constant 30 FPS all the time and felt super smooth. Now, some areas will still give you that, but a lot of the more populated overworld areas will have a lot of drops into the 20s. Riften can be especially bad with this, though most internal areas like keeps and dungeons will keep that old 30 FPS consistency. At first, I thought this might be because I'd maneuvered myself into having so many followers around me, but going back to a previous save file where I was by myself still had these drops show up. Now, it isn't game breaking, but they happen so often in the areas they do that it is really noticeable. Fingers crossed Bethesda can patch this to bring back the consistency we had before. And that's about all we got here. So, in conclusion, the surprise launch of Skyrim's Anniversary Edition is a pleasant surprise for the Switch, giving us a metric ton of new content and quests to trek through. Now on the downside, it brought the performance down a bit, and we still don't have access to the normal mod store. But if you enjoyed Skyrim on the Switch already and just want a lot of more things to do, it's definitely worth the $20 upgrade. Reviews to Go rates the Skyrim Anniversary Edition upgrade for the Nintendo Switch an 8 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.